Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Love. I hope everyone is doing great. For those who are new, I'm Love and I'm an international student in Canada. Today's video will be very important and informative for any international student or a worker, and as you can already see from the title, I will be sharing an actual format of a resume that you need to prepare to find any type of part-time job here in Canada, or if you're a student looking to find an internship or a co-op in a university program, then again this video will be very important and useful for you as well, because in today's video I will be sharing the format that I have been using for the last 3 years to find part-time jobs and internships, and I have been successful by that particular resume. If you're a new international student or a worker who is finding it hard to find a part-time job, or if doesn't have any idea how to find one, then this video will be very useful. And without wasting any time guys, let's begin the video. Okay, so I'll go ahead and give you guys a few very important tips first before I show you the template. So the first important and very useful tip that I have for you guys is that when you make your resume, make sure that your resume is only 1 page long and it is not longer than that. If you make a resume which is like a 2-page or 3-page or 2.5 pages, employers don't really like that when you're looking for a part-time job or an internship. That's why that was one of the main reasons why I didn't get a job initially in my first 4 or 5 months, that employers didn't even take my resume because it was too long for them. You guys just realize that when you give a resume to an employer, you're just presenting yourself in 1 page, and employers receive like thousands of resumes every year, and they don't really have time to go through each and every line or each and every page of your resume. So the shorter it is, like in 1 page, and the more you can present yourself in 1 page, the better it is for you, and it will increase your chances to get a job very easily. Now moving on, the second tip that I have for you, which is again very useful, is, and I think that this tip, I don't think that many people already know about it. I realized this tip after 1 year, and this could actually help you save some money as well, though especially for students. So basically, I don't know if you've heard about it, but in the libraries, in the public libraries in your city, you can actually get 10 printouts of your resume for free. So like, I know people can go out and get a printout at Staples or at other places for like 20 cents a page, 10 cents a page, but why wasting money when you can get it for free, right? So when you go to a public library, like go on Google Maps, look for public libraries near me, go there and tell them that you need to take out printout of your resumes, and they'll tell you that you can actually get 10 printout of your resumes for free. So why not do that and get it for free, right? That's what I've been doing now. I go to public libraries, I take a printout of my resume for free, and I apply for it. Now lastly, some people were asking me about cover letters. So let me clarify, you don't need a cover letter or anything for a part-time job if you're looking just for just a part-time job. You might need it for an internship or a co-op term if you're in a university, or you might need it for a full-time job for the employer. But if you're only looking for a part-time job on the side as a student, then you don't need any cover letter to present to the employer. Now before I show you guys the template for the resume, I would also like to announce that this video is proudly sponsored by Great Learning Academy, which is in one of the India's top leading academies for upskilling workers and students, and it provides #1 PG programs and diplomas, certificate programs and diplomas like machine learning, analytics, computers, for example Python and other languages, as they have collaborated with many universities like Stanford, MIT, Northwestern University of Texas, and it actually helps a lot of students and workers, and I'm really happy to be partnering with them, as it could help you guys and me as well. And how would they help us and how can we use it, I will be talking about that in a little bit. And now without wasting any time, I'll show you guys the template. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the format that you actually need to follow to make your resume. So I will be showing you this template and format that you need to follow and make your own resume. And then I will also be showing you my personal resume that I have been using for the last 2-3 years, which have helped me to find jobs, any part-time jobs that I wanted to. And then at the end, I'll also share some websites with you guys which are my personal favorite, which can help you guys to edit your resume and like make it even more enhancing and better. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So firstly, so as you can see, this is the format that you need to prepare. Again, make it 1 page like I already mentioned. And to begin with, the first thing that you need to do is write your name in big bold letters in the beginning. Write your name and then your contact information for them to contact you if they are interested in hiring you. So you write your name, for example, my name Love Tukral, and then you write your email address, you write your phone number. Make sure they're big, bold, and they're clear, not too big because you have to fit a lot of things in 1 page. After this is something that many students miss, is the objective. So you do need to write an objective even if you're finding any small part-time jobs, to give them an idea like what is your objective. So since I'm looking for a part-time job in retail sector, so I just found this objective online, and I write Objective is to utilize my interpersonal skills in order to achieve goals of a company that focuses on customer satisfaction and customer experience. Now, you can find your objective according to the jobs that you're looking for. Since I'm looking for any part-time job outside in Canada as a student for any retail sector, I chose this particular objective. Now, if you're looking for a co-op or an internship, you can write an objective according to the work that you will be doing to make it a little better. After writing the objective, just make sure the objective is only one line, not longer than that. You need to write your work experience. So, guys, just to let you know, the employers don't care about your education background, like what you did in grade 9th, grade 8th. They only care about a few major things which I will be sharing in this template format. First is the work experience, then the skills, volunteer experience, and your education, the recent education and achievements. So to begin with, you need to write your work experience first, because the first thing that an employer will see on your resume is your work experience. And if he sees that is written on the first thing, it will definitely create a huge impact. So you write your work experience. So in this, you can write any work experience that you have done so far in your life. It could be a small job or big job. No job is small. It could be a small internship, a big internship, a full-time job, a part-time job, any experience that you have got from online work, offline work. Just write that down, because anything can make a difference. And if you have like more than one work experience, if you have a lot of work experience, you can write them down like in bullet points like this, 1, 2, and 3. And once you write like your position in that particular store, and then you need to write like in maybe 1 or maximum 2 lines a summary of what work you did. I will show you the example from my personal resume as well. But if you have done like a lot of work, if you have a lot of work experience, then keep it short and simple to 1 line summary, so that you don't take too much space. But if you have less work experience, and if you only worked in maybe 1 or 2 places, then you might write like the summary in more than 1 or 2 lines to explain more of what you did and how it could be useful in this particular job. After the work experience, it comes the volunteer experience and leadership. This is also very important, which many students tend to ignore, but this actually helps and make a big difference. So the volunteering experience and leadership experience could be also very useful. And the many examples, like if you've done any type of volunteership in your high school, in college, outside the college, any personal volunteer experience, make sure to write that down. Don't miss any small thing. Don't think that anything that you did was small. Write it down on your resume, because everything can make a big difference. So like your volunteer experience could be like you volunteered in a project in a school, you volunteered maybe in a blood donation camp, or anything that you've done. Write it down in the bullet points in 1, 2, 3, and that's all. Keep it straight, simple, and to the point to fit it in one single page. Next thing is that you need to talk about your education and achievements. So now in this, many students are confused that if they should write what they did from the beginning. No, you don't have to show them what you did in grade 9th or grade 10th. They don't care. You only need to write your what education that you are pursuing right now, and what education that you completed, like what was the recent one that you completed. So for example, I'll take my example. So if I'm in a flying school, I'll just write the education what I'm doing right now in a flying school, achieving my pilot's license, and then the most recent education. So since I came after class 12, so I'll just write high school diploma, recent education, and then a few achievements that I could write are like a few certificates or maybe diplomas that I received in the past, maybe like a license that I received from my pilot aviation. Maybe if I did an international Olympiad of mathematics or English, I'll write about that. Something that you think that could actually create an impact on the employer when they read about it. Don't write about achievements that you think might not be as useful, because you only need to write like 3 or 4 main points. So make sure you cover the biggest achievements that you have achieved, and write your most recent education to give them an idea that this is what you're doing and this is what you have done so far. Moving on, let's talk about the skills. Now the skills, this is one of the most important things that I think that many people tend to ignore as well. You need to like make sure the skills section of your resume is very good and to the point. And now since we're talking about the skills and work experience, I know like there are some students, actually many students from India, who come and we don't really have a lot of work experience, because in India, we don't really have a culture of working part-time jobs as students. Though I know it can be really hard to like write down your work experience if you're coming for the first time. So basically, the employers will look at your work experience or your skills. So if you have less of work experience, the second thing that you need to work up around is your skills, and make sure that you don't lie about anything at all. It could be very embarrassing if you get caught. So make sure you write down your true skills. True skills could be your leadership skills, communication skills, customer service skills, or any application skills on computer-based applications that could be useful for the job. And also, since we're talking about the skills here, let me introduce you guys to the Great Learning Academy, which I was mentioning in the beginning of the video. So basically, Great Learning Academy is again one of the India's top leading companies, which helps in upskilling workers and international students. And how it can help you guys. So basically, what you have to do is go online, Great Learning Academy. There will be a link in my description. Simply go online, sign up for free. It's actually free of cost, and you can actually get access to more than 200 plus courses which are certified, and you will actually get an official certificate at the end of the course. The courses are not too long. They will only be like, maybe it will take literally one day to complete one course, and you can get that one particular skill added on your resume. And if you think it as an employer will look for two resumes, one which has more skills with the other resume which has less skills. They will definitely go for the one which has more skills. So think it like that. And if you don't have a lot of work experience, or even if you do have work experience and you want to work more on your skills, go on Great Learning Academy, sign up for free of cost. I know money can be hard, but Great Learning Academy, that's why they offer free courses, more than 200 free courses certified. Courses could be like Python, analytics based, machine learning, IT based, anything that you think could be useful for your own future courses as well as for part-time jobs. You can get an official certificate as well. So that means you won't be lying in your courses. Signing up process is actually very easy. You just need to like go ahead online, click on the link in the description that is mentioned in the description, go online and fill up your personal information and a little bit about yourself, and the courses will show up, and then you can choose any one course and start and look up your progress. They also offer personalized emails and personalized sessions with experts who can actually help you in your resume building, interview preparation tips, and other courses, whichever course you want to go with. And lastly, since I know like there is a lot of travel restrictions and ban going on right now from India and from many other countries, if you guys are sitting at home and waiting to just come to Canada, I think this is one of the best time for you guys to learn more skills and to work on your resume if you eagerly want to find a part-time job when you arrive in Canada. And I think this is the best time. Since you're waiting, why not just go online and sign up for free courses and do a few free courses. It will not only help you build your resume for skills, it will also help you in your own future long term. Moving on, let's talk about after skills is the languages known. The languages known are, it is also very important. The employers look for what languages do you know. Mostly it is English, or for Indians it can be English and Hindi. If you know French, you can even write down French. If you know Punjabi, you can write down Punjabi. Every language is important and it counts. Moving on, in the last line, you can just write references upon request. Some employers might ask for references, maybe from your past employer. If you don't have that, maybe from your school or from anyone, from anyone who they can confirm that you are a good student, or anyone, like any reference could be important, but you don't have to mention a reference right away. You can just write references upon request, and if they ask for it, you can mention anyone who knows you that can be used as a reference. Could be any of your professor as well. So basically this was the one-page resume that I prepared and I personally used, and the manager gave me this particular resume template to follow to apply any part-time job, keeping it simple, short, and to the point. If you follow this resume, you can get a part-time job very easily, of course. And if you guys want, you can take a screenshot of this template, or if you want, I can send you this Word document. You can just email me or contact me on any social media, and I will be happy to help. All the social medias are mentioned in the description. Moving on now, let me show you guys quickly my personal resume that I have been using to give you guys a more clear picture of what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and talk about that. So as you can see, here is my personal resume. So as you can see, I use the same format. So this is my name, my phone number, and my email address. And then again, I use the objective to utilize my interpersonal skills in order to achieve goals. And then I wrote my relevant work experience. So since I worked in 3 different jobs in the past, I wrote about them and then wrote a description, a summary in like 1 or 2 lines. So as you can see, I wrote about customer service representative at McDonald's, and then wrote about it, and then a ground instructor / teacher at Ottawa Aviation Services, which was my flight school in the past, and then what I did there in like short 1 or 2 lines, and then cashier and manager in Big Bazaar, New Delhi, India, for how many months, the timing, and then what I did in like 1 or 2 lines. That's it, keeping it short and to the point. So this was my first thing in my resume, which was my relevant work experience. Then I had my volunteer experience and leadership. So I wrote like I volunteered in supplying groceries to old age homes during COVID pandemic, New Delhi, India. When I was in India, I conducted a field trip and activity session for high school students at Ottawa Aviation Services 2019, and the last volunteer experience. And I only wrote the volunteer experience, which were the most recent ones, not the one that I did like 10 years ago, of course. And then when I talk about education, achievement, and skills, so basically I just wrote commercial pilot license, private pilot license, and ability to work in a fast-paced environment, excellent communication skills, ability to handle challenging situations, good knowledge of MS Word, MS Office, Excel, and so on. Participated in Olympiads, which I think could be useful and create an impact on an employer if someone is reading my achievement and skills. Now sometimes I feel that the skills that I've written are less. That's why I personally have signed up for Great Learning Academy as well, and I've been doing a few courses myself, and I actually did finish a few courses, and now I can actually update my resume and add more skills to it to make my resume look better. Lastly, I wrote languages, so I know English, I know a little bit of French, intermediate level, so French, Hindi, and Punjabi. This definitely creates an impact. And at the end, I just write references upon request. So this was my particular resume, and if you use the same format, you can definitely get a chance and to improve your resume and get a job easily. Lastly, let me show you guys my personal favorite website that I use to edit my resume and something that you could use to help with your own resume as well. Let's go ahead and look at that now. Okay, so to show you guys the favorite website that I use, it's called myperfectresume.com. So if you just Google that, myperfectresume.com, a website like this will open up, and then you can literally select any of the templates. So let's say if I go on view templates, and it will show different templates that you could use to make your own resume according to the format that I showed you. And then it has all types of all traditional, modern, creative. And then if you select any of those, for example, if I select this template, right, and if you already have a resume, then you can just upload it to this and it will literally fill out all the information directly. If you don't, then you can select create a new resume, and then what you have to, it will show you all the information. So as you can see, my information is already filled. It will show you all the information that you have filled, and then you go next. You need to write your job title, employer, I currently work here or not, start date, end date, and then next is, do you want to leave this section blank, yes or no? Okay, so I just put, like, for example, customer service to give you as an idea. Representative, sure. Next, employer, McDonald's. Next. Okay, and then showing results for customer service experience. So now this will help you to write your achievements and responsibilities here. Like I said, a summary in 1 or 2 lines. You can just write in 1 or 2 like points here and write down what you did, the work there. You want to add another position, you can add another work experience here as well. Then they talk about education. So you can write your university, school, your degree, field of study, graduation date and month, like I said, the most recent one and the next one, and then about the skills, of course. So they have all the different skills that you can choose from and add. And again, you can go on the Great Learning and increase more of your skills and write the true skills that you have. And then you need to tell about your background, maybe like in 1 or 2 lines, a summary of what you do and so on. And at the end, your complete resume will be prepared. So I think this is one of the great websites for you to check it out. And I am not a member of it, but you can definitely check this website out as well, and it might help you create your own good resume as well. And that was literally it for today's video, guys. I do hope you find this video useful, helpful. If you did find it useful, guys, make sure to leave a like to the video. Do subscribe to the channel for more informative videos coming in the future, near future, as I will be sharing my entire journey. As always, take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.